Hey there, Scorpio, and welcome back to Unicorn Tarot for your monthly reading. This is going to be a reading for the month of August, and we're going to take a look at your past, your present, and your near future energies. Also, Scorpio, if this reading resonates for you and you'd like to book a personal reading, all the information about how to do that is in the description box below. Also, if you enjoy what I do, please consider buying me a cup of coffee. Donation link is below, and any and every amount is greatly appreciated. Lastly, I've also linked all the tarot decks that I use below. This one I get asked about a lot. It's called the Illuminati Tarot. It is linked below. So, main energy for your reading this month is the Six of Pentacles. There's this beautiful energy of equal give and take between you and somebody else, where there's like a flow between you two, and it's not rigid. It's not, I texted this person, so now I have to wait 20 minutes for them to text me back. It kind of just flows. You give energy, you receive energy very effortlessly, very, very beautifully. In the recent past, you get the Chariot, Five of Wands, Four of Cups. You are moving past pretty uncomfortable energies, and I love that. And this is your recent past, so you've moved past them. Conflict, internal conflict for yourself, unhappiness, lack of certainty. You're moving past those energies, and you did so quite rapidly. Now in the current situation, you get the Hanged Man, King of Wands, and the World. You're kind of stuck. The energies are stuck, and they're not moving for some reason. I do see you either closing out a cycle or starting a brand new cycle. I can't tell. I feel like you're more so starting a new cycle simply because you're showing me, I feel great. I feel amazing about this. And I'm like, okay, well, if you feel so great, why are the energies stuck? So we're going to have to clarify that and see. In the near future, you get the Eight of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. You're working, you're investing energy on building and creating your emotional stability, your emotional fulfillment, for you to feel emotionally taken care of. You're still holding back though here. You're showing me like I'm working on building emotional stability. You're really doing all of that. But I don't feel, again, whether this is with yourself or within a connection, there's still an element of you where you're like, you only get to see like 70% of me. I'm not putting 100% of myself out there. So we'll see what this is. There's definitely another energy showing up in this reading, but I don't know if it's romantic, friendly. We'll see. Let's take a look at the main energy for your reading this month, which is the Six of Pentacles. Okay, it's love. Six of Pentacles is clarified by the Ace of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Five of Cups. There is a new beginning in love here for you. This could be with somebody from the past. This could be with somebody completely brand new. Take it as it resonates. And I see the energies flowing. I see the energies moving, right? In a beautiful way towards this new beginning in love. But you're not giving 100% of yourself to this, right? You're giving about 20%, and that's because of the past. So either you're dragging in your past history, your past relationships, and I gave myself, or sorry, I gave a lot of myself in those past relationships. I really invested. I don't want to give as much in the current situation. Or there's history with this specific person and you're like, yep, I'm not making the same mistake twice. Either way, what I do see is that the energies are beautiful. There's equal give and take. There's love. There's a new phase here. And you're like, yeah, this is beautiful. This is great. I'm only going to give about 20% of my energy to this because of the past. Because in the past, I gave 100% of myself and it didn't really work out the way I wanted it to. So I'm taking it slow. I'm given minimal effort here. Let's take a look at the recent past. I want to see what this Chariot is for you in the recent past. Chariot is clarified by the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles. You're showing me that love is developing very, very quickly here, okay? There is love, there is emotion, there is somebody else coming in for you. You're giving them love, they're giving you love, you're exchanging energies. It's beautiful, and it's all happening very, very quickly. So I don't feel like this is like snail's pace. This is divinely guided. It's happening in a beautiful way. But what you're doing in order to slow it down, in order to kind of pump the brakes, right, is applying logic. You're like, I need to evaluate and assess this. Yes, this feels great. This feels amazing. This looks amazing. But, I got to keep my wits about me. I can't just dive headfirst into this and just, go based solely on emotion. Let's look at all the facts here. How do I know how this person feels about me? Do I or should I invest this much energy? How much should I be texting them? How much should I be calling them? It's very, very calculated here for you. But the reason it's calculated is not because you don't feel anything. It's because you are feeling something and it's happening very, very quickly. And you're like, whoa, hold on. This feels great. But again, because of the past, I don't want to get hurt here. Let's look at the Five of Wands in the recent past for you. Five of Wands is clarified by the Page of Wands, the Fool, and the Knight of Pentacles, and you get the Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, which is the main energy for your reading. This feels nice. This feels fun. It feels playful. It feels like a new beginning for you, right? Almost like the universe is like, okay, Scorpio, let's erase, let's delete everything that happened in your past, and let's start from scratch with the most beautiful, positive energies. And you're showing me, yeah, that's all nice and well. We're moving slowly. I don't care how good this feels. I don't care how nice this equal give and take is. I don't care how much of a flow we have in the energies. We are taking it slow. And again, you're not taking it slow because you don't feel anything. You're not taking it slow because this doesn't feel good. None of that. You're taking it slow because you want to make sure that you are not going to get screwed. That you're like, that this is not going to end badly for you. Let's take a look at the Four of Cups in the recent past for you. Four of Cups is clarified by the Ace of Swords, the Emperor, and the Six of Cups. You're showing me, I know what this is. I know this isn't just the run-of-the-mill, connection, relationship. Like, this is a soul connection. You feel the depth here. You feel the intensity. You feel all of that. And you're aware of that. If I were to ask you, Scorpio, what is this? You'd be like, yeah, it's a soul connection. I know what this is. I manifested this. So obviously I know what this is. But again, your need to maintain control, to not let things get ahead of themselves, to not rush into anything, to have a cap and a lid and control over your emotions is making you a little bit unhappy here because you're essentially fighting yourself. You're feeling these beautiful energies. You're feeling love. You're feeling a connection. You're feeling all these things. And you're like, okay, this feels amazing, but I got to slow it down. I got to slow it down. I got to think about this. I got to evaluate. I got to assess, right? This is coming from a place of, I don't want the past to repeat itself, whether it's the past with somebody else, the past with this specific person. It's going to be different for each of you. But your whole control, take it slow, let's think about this, is all coming from a place of, I don't want the past to repeat itself. And I get it, but at least you're not like suppressing, ignoring these feelings. You're accepting them, you're welcoming them, and you're kind of like, yo, let's just take it slow though. Let's take a look at the Hanged Man in the current situation. Hanged Man is clarified by the Hierophant, the Four of Pentacles, which you get again in the near future, and the Seven of Wands. There's a little bit of resistance here for you. Okay, there is a little bit of resistance because, again, you're closed off. You're the one that's putting a pause on these energies. The energies are moving, they're flowing, they're moving in a good direction, and you're the one that's putting up a roadblock here. I don't know why you're doing this because you're showing me I can literally see this go the distance. I can see this person being a fixture, part of my life for a very, very long time. But it's that lack of, I don't want to release control, that lack of, I'm not willing to put all my walls down, that lack of, I'm not willing to come in and give 100% of myself, right? You're only getting 20% at this point because you're so afraid of the past repeating itself that you're kind of slowing the energies down. Now, I don't feel like you're going to stay like this forever, right? This is literally like trying to keep a car, which is like, wants to go and you're just pumping the brakes. Eventually, you're going to lift your foot off the brake, but it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. There's a little bit of internal resistance here for you. And again, it's all because of the past. Let's look at the King of Wands in the current situation. King of Wands is clarified by the Chariot, which you got in the recent past, the Four of Cups, which you got in the recent past, and the Death Rebirth, which is you. Things are moving. Things are happening. It's a beautiful direction, right? And you're showing me, take it slow. Take it easy. Now, on the surface, I don't feel your person even knows that anything's up. As far as your person's concerned, they're like, yep, this is Scorpio. I love this. I feel good. I'm giving Scorpio my love. I'm getting love from Scorpio. This all works, right? This is you. I'm seeing your energies where you're showing me, I'm giving what I can. The other person's fine, but I have so much more to give. You are a water sign. You literally pour love onto people when you fall in love, when you have emotions. And so the fact that you're kind of trying to contain, it's like you're trying to contain the amount of water in a bucket into like a little cup. It's impossible. It's very, very difficult. But I do see you still trying to do that. And this is you. And again, on the surface, I don't feel like your person's any the wiser, like none the wiser. They're looking at you, they're like, oh, Scorpio's amazing. This is great. You know, they wouldn't even know that you're going through this like internal conflict here. Let's look at the world in the current situation. Oh, okay. The world is clarified by the Three of Wands, the Empress, and the Devil. This is going to come to an end. At the bottom of the deck, you get the Hangman, which you got in the current situation. This whole control, pause, let's take things slow is going to come for an end for you. And you know that. You're showing me like, I know that this person is a great person. Like you're looking at them as like, that's the person for me. They check your boxes. They're like, if you had to build a person in a factory, you would build this person. They really do check all your boxes. They like perfect, perfect, perfect. And you're aware of that. You're also aware of the fact that you kind of pumping the brakes against how you feel, right, is a bit of an unhealthy behavioral pattern because you're not just going with the energies. You're not letting them flow. You're exerting your free will and pumping the brakes. And so you recognize, like, I understand this is coming from a place of fear, but I know it's going to come to an end. I know I'm not always going to be scared. I know I'm not always going to pump the brakes like this. It's just a matter of time. So it's not a question of if you're going to release control and just go with the flow of these beautiful energies. It's a question of when. Let's take a look at the Eight of Pentacles in the near future. And of course, Scorpio, like I said, if you enjoy what I do, please consider buying me a cup of coffee. I love coffee. Donation link is below, and any and every amount is greatly appreciated. So, Eight of Pentacles in the near future is clarified by the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune, and you get the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which you got here. You're working, you're building, you're creating, and what you're creating is passion, fire. You're finally releasing your foot off the brake and just going with the energies. And you're like, I almost feel like I'm in a washing machine where I'm just like tossing and turning and everything's happening very quickly, but it's a positive feeling. There's passion here. There's a lot of passion here between you and this person, and you're kind of fanning the flames. You want to create more fire, more passion, more connection, more intensity. And I see you putting in the work to make that happen. So whether that means meeting up with them more, doing things together to create that closeness, talking more, being vulnerable, right? Whatever it is that you deem as passionate and lively and fiery and sexy and attractive, you're putting in the work to make that happen here in the near future. And it's happening very quickly. Like this fire doesn't take a long time to build between you and this person. And you're showing me like, it's happening very quickly, but I'm letting it happen. Unlike the recent past where things wanted to happen very quickly and you were pumping the brakes to slow them down. Let's look at the Four of Pentacles in the near future. Four of Pentacles is clarified by the Moon, the Knight of Swords, and the Tower. You're showing me, look, I'm building, I'm creating, I'm investing the energies to make everything happen. And yes, you are. But what you don't realize is even in the near future, you're still holding back. And you're showing me I'm not aware of that. This holding back, you're not holding back like you did in the current situation. In the current situation, I would say you're giving your person 20%, but you're still holding back 80% of your beautiful, true, raw energy. In the near future, you're showing me I'm not holding back anymore. So you released, you're giving your person like 60%, but you don't even recognize that you're still holding back some of that energy. And again, it's coming from a place of fear, this holding back. Because you're showing me, I know that in due time, I'm going to completely release everything. But I feel like you're not even aware of just how much you're holding back in the near future. The fact that like the fear is still there. You'll see that, you'll release, right? You've made progress. So you've gone from like completely clenching to releasing and releasing a little bit more, but there's even more to give here in the near future. There's more of your beautiful, loving water energy to release here. Let's look at the Nine of Cups in the near future. Nine of Cups is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and the Hanged Man. Your person really does give you this feeling of emotional stability, emotional fulfillment, being nurtured, being cared for, right? And you're showing me they do fill my emotional cup. They do take care of me. They do, balance me out. Some of you may even be dealing with an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, or somebody that really embodies that energy. But you still can't completely get out of your head here. It's like you're showing me this feels amazing, but I keep thinking on the back end, right? I'm analyzing, I'm evaluating, right? And that is still kind of slowing down the energies. Now, this isn't necessarily a bad thing because I can see you and this person, like it's very quick, it's very intense. But I would just like to see you get out of your head a little bit more. Like this is all fear-based. And I do see the fear, like you're not even in the near future, you're not really aware of the fact that fear still plays a role here as to why you are holding back and not completely releasing all of your energy. But you will. You'll get there. Let's take a look at what the universe wants you to keep in mind this month. From the universe, you get the Two of Swords, the Justice, and the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you're giving this much when you have this much. And you're showing me, look, I don't know, like I don't realize that I'm still holding back, but regardless of what I'm doing, holding back, not holding back, completely opening to this or not, this feels good to me. This feels right to me. This feels balanced. And that's fine. As long as you feel balanced, as long as you feel good in the situation, the releasing, going with the flow, that's going to come, right? There's no need to really like force it, to be like, okay, I'm going to force myself to open up even more because it's not genuine. It's not authentic for you. Everything happens on divine timing and you might just take a little bit longer. So Scorpio, that is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you here on the next one.